The art of selfishness. Choose you first. Put on your own oxygen mask first. Have you ever heard this instruction in an airplane? I was fascinated by this instruction by air hostesses for a long time until I understood the value of selfishness to selflessness. The logic is simple. In the case of an emergency, even if you are with a child, you are instructed to put your oxygen mask on first before that of your child. You know why? Because you cannot help others without helping yourself first. Otherwise, both of you would die from lack of oxygen. When you're safe, then you can save others. Selfishness, the word alone sounds wrong. You've been taught your entire life that it's bad to be selfish, that you should always put others first. But what if I told you that everything you've ever dreamed of becoming depends on your ability to be selfish, deliberately, unapologetically, and intentionally? This is the power of selfishness, not as the world misrepresents it, but as the world's top performers live it. And today, we're going to break down why self-first might just be the most selfless thing you can do in the long run. If you want to fail in life, be selfless. Allow everyone that demands your time to have it. Say yes to every request that's made on you. There is no successful individual that is not selfish at the beginning. Selfish with their time, their money, their sleep, and selfish with their routine. Because to pull others up, you must first climb up. If you try to pull other people up while climbing, everyone, including you, will fall down and fail. People put selfishness and selflessness as binary features. They are not. It's not one or the other. The greatest givers were first selfish while accumulating expertise, skills, and wealth before they became selfless. The greats in the world are rigorously selfish with their time and resources. When Kobe Bryant was asked why he trained while everyone slept, he said, "If I can get 2 extra sessions in while others are sleeping, that's thousands of hours more every year." That's not just commitment, that's selfish focus. He didn't apologize for missing parties. He didn't explain why he said no to friends and families. His priority was singular: greatness. He described selfishness as unwavering focus on the goal. What about the great Michael Phelps? How do you think he became the greatest Olympian of all time? I'll give you his training schedule. 6 hours a day, 7 days a week. Swims 80,000 meters every week. His session starts at 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., then 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., and 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. He didn't miss a day of training for 6 years. On Treesmas Day, New Year's Day, or whatever holiday it was. He missed birthdays, holidays, family reunions, even skipped fun. Why? Because gold medals don't come to people who are available to everyone. They come to those available to their purpose. Michael Johnson, the golden sprinter, once said, "You have to be a little selfish to be great." He was known for his discipline. Training sessions, recovery routines, diet precision, everything was about protecting the gift, even if it meant isolating yourself. Elon Musk splits his day in 5-minute blocks. His time is not negotiable. If you're not part of his mission, you don't get a slice of his schedule. And because of that, he's launched rockets, built cars, disrupted finance, and still finds time for his kids. Jeff Bezos, in the early Amazon days, was intensely focused. "Obsess over the customer," he said. But that obsession required selfish time blocks, early bedtimes, and relentless prioritization. He didn't start by helping the world. He started by protecting his time to build something for the world. Even President Barack Obama, while leading the free world, would block time to read, exercise, and think. In his words, "You can't make good decisions without space to think." Being too available to everyone is the fastest way to make poor decisions for everyone. Let me be clear, selflessness is noble, but not sustainable if you're empty. Selfishness is primarily about not compromising on your vision and values. Selfish people are more successful, fulfill their goals more, are more focused and disciplined. They have more, they are wealthier, and are happier. They hold less grudges because they don't expect you to give them anything with respect to return of favor. They focus more on themselves and expect little or nothing from any outside source. When you say yes to everyone, you say no to your dreams. When you try to save everyone, you drown with them. When you give so much of yourself just to be nice to others, and when they do not return the favor to you when you need their help, bitterness begins to fester and linger in your heart, hindering you from succeeding. Jim Rohn said it best: "You can't pour from an empty cup. You've got to take care of yourself before you can help anyone else." I was told the story about a lady who had 8 siblings and was struggling together with them. She eventually started working with a prominent man as his personal aide, and from there, she began to grow. She left everyone behind and focused on her success and well-being. All manner of ill words were spoken against her by her family and relatives, alleging that she had abandoned them because she was becoming successful. Her response? She didn't care much. She kept growing until she got to a powerful position where she was standing on the mountaintop. Because she had attained stability in her success, she sent all her siblings abroad for studies, sent many other relatives to different countries for studies. She fixed her sisters in lucrative jobs because she had the connections that she could call on for favors. Today, she's loved and respected by many. Why could she do this? Because she selfishly focused on herself first. You have got to love yourself before you can give love to anyone else. You have got to treat yourself well before you can treat anyone else well. Selfishness is about guarding your space, your time, your resources to become the best version of yourself so you can metamorphose into the place of selflessness. Les Brown teaches, "You have greatness within you, but that greatness demands attention, discipline, time, selfishness. If you're too selfless, you end up living other people's schedules, other people's dreams, and die with your potential buried." Lisa Nichols was once broke, raising a child alone. But she said, "I had to rescue myself first, so I could then rescue others." When she started engaging in self-development, the people in her neighborhood, friends and family had trouble because of the person she was becoming and the big things she was saying she wanted to do. You know what she did? She moved out of that environment and went someplace else. She left everyone behind so she could grow, become, and come back to get them. And now, because of her selfish transformation, she is traveling around the world helping individuals and businesses achieve peak performance, has written several books with millions of copies in sales. She now takes her family for exotic holidays around the world. That's real impact. That's the power of selfishness. You cannot serve from depletion. You serve from overflow. Bishop David Oyedepo, the founder of the largest church auditorium in the world, is the most astute and disciplined church leader I have ever known. He wakes up at 5 a.m. daily to pray, read, and write. His mornings belong to God. His time is non-negotiable. He understands you are either building your life or others are using you to build theirs. Putting yourself first is not arrogance or greed. It's order. It's saying, "Let me build capacity in me so I can carry others later." You see, selfishness isn't the end. It's the starting line. It is the beginning. The goal is not to stay self-focused forever. The goal is to build a strong enough version of you so you can give back with power, not pity, with strength, not weakness, with plenty, not lack, cheerfully, not grudgingly. At the end of his selfish dedication to basketball, Kobe builds schools. Jeff funds climate innovation. Obama inspires youth. Lisa empowers entrepreneurs. Oyedepo builds men and universities. But none of them could do this without first saying no, without first isolating, without first being selfish. Les Brown said it loud. You owe you. You owe yourself the responsibility and prerogative of putting whoever you choose on the front row seat of your life. And that front row seater in your life must first be you. And I'm saying it to you now. Protect your time, guard your energy, prioritize your mind, body, and soul. Be selfish, because the world doesn't need another exhausted helper. It needs a fully charged you, until your success overflows into service. I'm reminded of this guy who plays drums. He went to his girlfriend one day and said to her, "I want to be the greatest drummer in the world, and for this reason, I am breaking up with you." The girl was befuddled, shocked, surprised, and dumbfounded at his sayings, and she asked him, "Does this mean you're suggesting I will hold you back from becoming the greatest drummer?" Listen to this guy's response. "This is the reason why I want us to break up clean, because of my goal to become the greatest drummer in the world. I will be spending huge amounts of time practicing and playing the drum, and hours learning about drumming. I won't be able to dedicate time to spend with you, and even when I do, my mind will be absent with you, and I will be thinking of my drumming charts, tricks I am supposed to work on that I saw somewhere, or a gig I will be playing at, for which I need time to rehearse. Because of my inability to be present and spend time with you, you will start complaining about it, and think I don't care about you, and you will begin to resent me. As a result, I will in turn start avoiding you because of your complaints and guilt trippings, to the extent that I'll start resenting your presence. This will further cause the relationship to deteriorate, and we will both end up hating each other. I don't want that to happen. That's why I am breaking up with you now, so we can remain friends." What a conversation to have with the people you love and care about. This is how you should respond when confronted that you are selfish or arrogant because of your dedicated focus on the accomplishment of your goals. To be great, you have to say no to good so you can say yes to great. Even Jesus was unapologetically protective of his time. The scriptures don't hide it. He was deliberate, even selfish, about withdrawing from people to refuel his power. In Mark chapter 1, verse 35, the Bible shows us how, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. He didn't wait for the crowd to scatter. He escaped before the world could make demands on his time. Luke chapter 5, verse 16 echoes it loud and clear, that Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. Not once, not twice, but often, frequently, habitually. And Matthew paints a vivid picture. Jesus would dismiss thousands, climb the mountain by himself, and stay there alone till nightfall. He chose isolation over popularity, solitude over applause, because he knew true power is cultivated in silence. Let this truth hit deep. No one rises to greatness without fiercely defending their private time for growth, clarity, and inner mastery. Your greatness is not born on the stage. It is forged in solitude, in discipline, in meditation, in communion with purpose. And hear this, you are not the Savior. Jesus didn't die for a few and leave the rest for you to die for. That burden isn't yours. The command is this: take up your own cross. Why? Because until you have bled, stumbled, and fought through the weight of your own assignment, you cannot truly lift anyone else. You can't lead people through a terrain you haven't conquered. But when you've carried your cross, you don't just sympathize, you strategize, you guide, you empower. So, protect your time. Look at the greats. Take Michael Phelps as an example. He locked himself in a relentless routine, grinding for 6 hours a day, every day, for 6 straight years. No parties, no distractions, just focused fury. And when he finally stepped into the spotlight, he didn't just win, he made history. Gold after gold, record after record. He became the greatest Olympian of all time, With 23 gold medals, 3 silver medals, and 2 bronze medals, the world knew his name. Separation births distinction. The quiet seasons of grinding are the very wombs of greatness. You don't become legendary in public, you earn it in the shadows. Selfishly. That's what you should do. Isolate. Don't kill yourself before you start by being selfless at the beginning. Protect your vision, your goals, and your values. Selfishness, when done with vision and purpose, is the seed of greatness. Don't apologize for it. Harness it, cherish it, cultivate it, because your future is waiting. Be selfish.
If you are inspired by this video, like, share, subscribe to this channel, and follow our Lessons of Life series for more inspiring experience.